This month goes deeper than you're comfortable with, but exactly where you need to grow. April doesn't stay on the surface for you. It pulls you into the kind of space where things are felt more intensely, where control becomes harder to maintain, and where you're asked to face what's really going on underneath your calm. Organized exterior. With so much energy in your 8th house, this is not a light month. It's about emotional depth, shared energy, trust, and the things you don't usually talk about openly. At the beginning of the month, with Mars still in your 7th house, tension can build in relationships. Not necessarily explosive, but noticeable. You may feel that something isn't fully aligned, that conversations go in circles, or that certain dynamics are becoming harder to ignore. And this is where you need to be honest with yourself. If something feels off, it probably is. After April 9th, Mars moves into your 8th house, and everything intensifies. What was just tension becomes something deeper, more emotional, sometimes even confrontational. This is not about small misunderstandings anymore. It's about what's hidden underneath. Control, vulnerability, trust, power, all of it comes into focus. At the same time, Mercury moves into this same space after April 15th, which means you won't just feel things, you'll start thinking about them more clearly. Conversations can become more direct, more revealing, and in some cases, uncomfortable but necessary. Things that were avoided before can no longer stay unspoken. Don't avoid them now. Avoidance will only make things heavier. The sun in your 8th house keeps the spotlight here all month, pushing you to transform something fundamental. This could be a financial situation, a deep emotional pattern, or even the way you connect with others on an intimate level. You're being asked to let go of control in areas where control was never real to begin with. And that's not easy for you. There may be moments where you feel like things are slipping out of your hands, where outcomes are uncertain, or where you can't predict what comes next. But this is exactly where growth happens. Not in what you can manage perfectly, but in what you learn to trust. At the same time, there is a contrasting energy coming from your 9th house. Uranus and Venus here are opening your mind, bringing new perspectives, new ideas, even a desire to break out of old beliefs. You might suddenly see things differently, question what you used to accept as truth, or feel drawn to something completely new, whether it's learning, traveling, or simply thinking in a different way. Let that expansion happen. It helps you not get stuck in the intensity of everything else. There's also a more sensitive layer at home, with Lilith in your 4th house. Old emotional patterns, family dynamics, or unresolved feelings can surface unexpectedly. You might react more strongly than usual to things connected to your past or your sense of security. Pay attention to that. It's not overreaction. It's something asking to be acknowledged. By the end of April, you won't be the same emotionally. You may not have all the answers, and things may still feel a bit raw. But you'll understand yourself and your relationships on a much deeper level. And once you see that truth, you can't go back to pretending everything is fine. You're not being pushed into chaos, you're being pulled into transformation.